when I was just about to switch my diet, I wasn't really thinking about this too much. I didn't give it a thought, but it's really, really important, and this is something that we're going to be talking about in this video. We're going to be talking about the transition phase, because when we switch our diet, we don't expect a lot of things to happen. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, so when you change what you eat, you don't instantly, adapt overnight. You probably know this, right? So you need some time to learn and reset, and you also find like this new rhythm, right? And during that time, things can certainly feel a bit different. That's completely normal, and also it's just temporary. Switching your diet isn't just about like changing what's on your plate and hope for the best, because your whole body is adjusting to this new way of getting energy. So if the first week or two it feels a little off, okay, there is nothing wrong with that. It's normal, it's part of the process, and it gets easier with time. So what are you most likely going to experience? It's hunger. We're gonna be really hungry. Okay, so you might eat a meal and then you feel so hungry again, sooner than you really expected, and this can feel really confusing, especially if you are used to staying full for longer on your old way of eating. Most of the time this just means that you are still getting used to a new type of fuel, okay? Fruits digest much faster, so your body uses energy more quickly and then asks for more, okay? It's not a bad sign, it's just a part of the transition. And usually the solution is very simple. You have to eat more. Have another fruit meal, or like a quick snack, like a banana or some grapes or a smoothie, and after some time your body will get used to this new way of eating, and also your hunger will start to feel more stable, and it's gonna be more like predictable, and you won't have to eat as often. Okay, next one, bloating or gas, right? So I talked about this already in my previous videos. I can link them here somewhere for you guys to check it out. So when you change your diet, obviously your digestion, like I said, has to change and adapt too, right? And you're gonna get used to all these new foods, all these new amounts of fiber, and of course you will be breaking things down and like processing all these things completely differently. So because of all of that, you are most likely to experience some gas and bloating and all of that horrible feeling, but it's totally normal, okay? It's a process of learning and adapting to all these new changes. Also, don't forget that your whole like microbiome, it's all changing too, so it's like a revolution going on inside of your body, but this is all temporary, okay? It won't last all the time. You won't have to deal with this all the time, okay? This is just the beginning, okay? It will pass, okay? It will all literally pass. So what can we do to help and make it easier? So to make things easier, you gotta keep your meals simple, okay? You don't have to have a lot of ingredients at once. I talked about it in my previous episode, so check it out. I will link it in the description for you guys. Another thing you can do, you gotta start chewing your food. I know it's simple, but it gets really easier, and you will have less bloating and gas if you chew your food more, or try to get it to as liquefied state as possible. I know it's hard and we barely chew our food these days. We just gobble things up. We know that our stomachs, they don't have teeth, so we gotta help it out and just chew and break it down in your mouth. And of course, make sure to drink plenty of water or like herbal teas or fresh juices. In addition, of course, to all these amazing hydrating fruits and vegetables. I think it is really important to also drink water, not just rely on fruit and ignore the water. Most of the animals in nature, they drink water. I think except for koalas. I just eat eucalyptus leaves and they are fine, unless it's completely dry season or something. Then they might have a little water. Otherwise, they don't drink it. Anyway, we gotta drink water. So like I said, you gotta give it some time, okay? You gotta give it some time, and you will get used to all these new foods, okay? And of course, your digestion will become smoother, okay? It will happen, and it's gonna be more comfortable, as the time passes, right? Okay, the next one is a good one. Cravings for cooked foods, okay? It's totally normal to crave familiar things like pizza or pasta or other warm foods, especially at the beginning. Okay, you're so used to all these old foods, all these habits, okay, so they won't just disappear right away, right? Some people think that if they crave that particular old comfort meal, that might mean that they are just lacking in some some sort of, vitamin or whatever, mineral or something is lacking. They think they absolutely need that specific food, but that's not true actually. Sometimes, most of the time, I have actually noticed that you are simply hungry. That's it. You're simply hungry. Your body's still not used to all these new foods, right? Your taste buds are still remembering, and your brain, obviously, your mind, still remembering all those other comfort foods. Your brain knows that it can always give you extra calories and you're gonna feel nice and safe, right? But in reality, we don't need those foods, okay? We don't need all those pizzas and all those things. We need fresh nutrition, or as fresh as possible, right? We need raw living food. So eat some extra fruit, okay? Get another bowl of fruit, sit down and enjoy and eat it, okay? And then see how you feel. Do you still crave that pizza or pasta or whatever? Usually, the craving goes away. It goes away, but you gotta make sure, do not lean into that craving, okay? Because it's so easy to just go and grab that bagel, put some cream cheese and enjoy. You gotta switch your mind. Instead of grabbing that bagel, go towards some delicious fruit and get that fruit in you. The more fruit you eat, the better you're gonna feel, and the faster you're gonna adjust, okay? Your taste buds and everything, your digestion, microbiome, everything inside of you, it's all gonna change faster. If you keep on going to the bagel route, you're gonna be stuck in there. I'm not saying it's the worst food to eat, but it's not the best thing, We gotta eat mostly fruit, guys, okay? Because we are the frugivores, right? We're supposed to be eating fruit. We're not omnivores or carnivores or herbivores or starchivores or whatever wars there are. We are frugivores. We are closely related to all those chimpanzees and orangutans and all those guys. We are very, very, very closely related. Our DNA is almost like 99 point something. And they eat a lot of fruit. They're fine with that. They don't cook it. They don't do anything to it. They don't add any salt or sugar or anything else. They just take a banana, maybe some leaves, right, and just eat it. But with us, I think we might have to eat a lot more, because our brains, they require more energy, okay? They take a lot of energy to process a lot of things, right? Our brains are bigger, obviously, than chimpanzees and all these other apes. And, we are obviously more intelligent, and we, I believe, require more calories to come from fruit, because we need to supply this fructose, this glucose, so that our brain and our body can utilize and can run this machine, so-called. It's not just sugar. By the way, if you're still afraid and if you still think that if you eat a lot of fruit you're gonna have some sort of sugar issue, right? I made a video about this. I'm gonna link it in my description as well. Please make sure to check it out, because it's important not to confuse eating fruit with just eating sugar. I go with the fruit route. I don't go the sugar route. So anyway, let's move on. Yeah, so we shouldn't really overthink what to eat. Just eat a lot of fruit, okay? A lot of fruit, some greens, and you're gonna get used to it. Your body's gonna get used to it. You're gonna start craving it, okay? Because if you feed your microbiome certain foods, this is what they're gonna be asking for later. Like I've noticed already, if I eat, let's say, green salad, 3 days in a row, I start looking forward to the salad already the fourth day, okay? So it's like my brain is getting used to my taste buds and everything else, okay? I'm just looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to making a pizza or something like that. But if I would switch and start eating some cooked starches, I would definitely crave those cooked starches. I've noticed it already. And even though I'm not 100% raw, I still eat sometimes when I go out, I still eat something cooked. I stay home raw most of the time, unless it's a holiday. I might eat something cooked, like a cooked starch, but I don't make it like a daily habit. Most of the time I eat fruit, greens, vegetables, nuts and seeds. This is what I eat most of the time. Let's say 95% of the time I am raw. The other 5%, if I go out or if we have a party or something happens and I'm out of food completely, then I might have to eat something cooked, like a cooked potato, sweet potato, cooked. I might even have some cooked curry, but it doesn't happen on a daily basis. So anyway, so let's move on. And like I said, with time, you will adjust, and all these cravings, they usually become less frequent, okay? And it's so much easier to deal with them. They're still there. They don't go away. Like I walk on the street and I smell something somebody's cooking something pleasant, the craving comes up, but then I realize, okay, yeah, it smells good. I keep on walking. I get home, I eat my food, I'm fine, okay? It's all fine. You gotta control. It's really difficult, I know. It's really difficult to live in this world where everywhere you go, all these smells, all these instant gratifications on every corner, all these cafes, restaurants, and all these things, and you can get, you know, food delivered to your house. It's so hard to find like a fruit delivery service or something like that, you know, a salad delivery service. It's like, it's almost non-existent. I know people deliver some juices and things like this, but it's so hard. So we gotta do it ourselves. I know it's freaking annoying sometimes, and I know myself that I would rather sometimes just go ahead and get a takeout or something. But then I know how I'm gonna feel after eating that takeout. So I try to stick to raw foods as much as possible, right? And yeah, because I know how they make me feel. Because I know they're not gonna make my ears to start ringing again like it happened a while ago. This is kind of why I started this whole raw food journey, because of that problem. And yeah, the way that I'm eating right now, I don't have this problem anymore, which is amazing, and it feels so good, you know, to feel good in this body. Like, I still have a lot of things I gotta work on, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. All right, moving on. So the next one is emotional ups and downs, right? So okay, as you can imagine, right, food, it doesn't just affect your body, right? It can affect like how you feel mentally and emotionally. When you first change your diet, you might notice that your mood, it feels a bit like more, you know, sensitive than usual. You know, there are some days that you might feel fine, and other days, you know, you might feel a little like irritable or emotional. And this is all happening because, once again, you are adjusting, right? Adjusting to the new way of eating, and everything inside of you is changing. And don't forget that it doesn't mean that something is wrong, as you know, this is all expected, and it's a part of that transition. Like, I used to be very, very, very sad at times, that I would just cry for no reason. Like, right at the beginning of my journey, I would just cry. I was so emotional. So what you can do is just like remind yourself that this phase doesn't just last forever, okay? Let it out if it feels like it, okay? Cry it if you need it. And as you get used to all these new foods, right? And also, you know, your nutrition becomes more consistent, right? You stick to the plan. Your mood usually starts to feel more and more steady and balanced once again, right? So just give it time and just be patient with yourself. Okay, moving on to the next one. Fatigue at the beginning, right? I know a lot of people say that when they go raw, then they have so much energy, okay? But there are also some people that actually may feel a little low on energy at the beginning. And you know, it's all okay, it's all normal, it's all part of it when you first change your diet. We are all different, and we may experience different symptoms, right? Like, I know I wasn't super energetic right at the beginning. It took a little bit of time, right, for me to actually start feeling better. Just remember, this is a huge change for your body, okay? Plus, you are letting go of all these new habits, and it's freaking really hard to do, right? And also, you are like learning how to use all these new source of fuel, so all of this can be really, really tough. Yes, it is tough, but you know, don't just give up because of that. During this time, just try and rest more, and just take it easy, and just don't push yourself too hard, okay? All of this is usually a sign that, you know, your body is kind of recalibrating, okay? Your digestion, metabolism, and you know, your energy system, they are all learning a new way of working, okay? You're like reprogramming yourself. And it's not a problem, okay? It's simply like a part of the adjustment process, once again. So it's a phase, and we just have to get through it. And sometimes you don't have to go full speed, okay? Just remember this, that slowing down is still a progress. Sometimes we gotta slow down. And you know, you don't have to be perfect and go all in overnight. Even small baby steps, like, you know, eating a smoothie or like a fruit meal, you know, they are all meaningful. They help your body adapt over time. And you know, it's like learning something new. Hard at first, but you know, it gets easier with time and experience, right? So you gotta keep it going, okay? And just stay consistent, and it will come easier, and eventually it will start feel feeling natural too. So if you're going through this phase right now, don't worry and don't give it all up, okay? Just hang in there, okay? You are just in the middle of this tough phase, and it's all okay, it's all normal, okay? So guys, are you interested in this kind of series, or you prefer different kind of content? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, I'm planning to make a bunch of all kinds of recipes really soon, so definitely stay tuned for that and subscribe if you haven't done it already. And do you prefer meal preps or recipes better? Which one? Let me know in the comments below. And also, if you guys still here, then leave me a grape emoji below in the comments, because I'm curious to see who is still here with me till the end. So just to give you a heads up, my next episode I was planning is about how to tell the difference between the normal phase and the actual red flag. So definitely stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for watching and for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode.